Occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Levi's Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was deafening. They're set for football as the 49ers get ready to do battle with the Buffalo Bills. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Allen. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
This is 3rd down.
Throwing now is Allen. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ambry Thomas. And the Niners are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Play action. Now it's Lance. Oh, what a catch by Samuel. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
That is one heck of a catch right there. Got his eye on it the whole way and able to make the grab one-handed. Very nicely done, and for a nice chunk of yardage, too.
Throwing on 1st down is Lance. That's complete. It's Kyle Juszczyk. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Lance looking to throw it. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Niners have taken the early lead. The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Singletary to get the drive started. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Well, this defense for the Niners very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Right back to Singletary on 2nd down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On 1st down, here's Breida. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And now they'll throw with Allen. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 45-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. On play action, Allen. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Second and 10. Running out of the gun here, Breida. He's got the first down here inside the 30 and down to the 27-yard line. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast, the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
Now Allen. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On 2nd and goal. Allen. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or two shy of midfield. I love plays like that. A defensive lineman holding the football. It's like a kid who stole a cookie from the cookie jar, and then he's just fleeing the scene of the crime.
And all he's doing in his mind, reliving his days when he was young, probably played fullback on his high school team, always wanted to be the tailback carrying the ball, trying his best to lug that bad boy the distance.
Pretty impressive pick there off the screen, and then a nice return.
You know, nowadays, they do more ball drills with the big guys than ever before because they want to take possessions away from the offense.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And this is Sermon. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Lance, a give now to Sermon. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. On the counter, Sermon looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 14-yard line.
And now they'll throw with Lance. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Ed Oliver able to record his 5th sack of the season. He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And his kick here is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So that one on target, and it adds to this first-half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit. Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a give to Breida. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Breida, he'll try the right side, and he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
This is 3rd down.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. On 4th down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. A play fake for Sermon. Now Lance. And this one's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, Sermon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Lance going to throw. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it, and he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. Extra point attempt here still to come. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded inside the 5. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they'll run with Sermon to begin the drive. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. The Niners on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Here's Lance. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on fourth down.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
So call that a 56-yard punt with a return of about 11.
And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 34.
He'll give it to Singletary here to start the drive. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan, Coach. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown.
So there is the big arm of Josh Allen on display. He can throw it as deep as anybody, and that was an absolute laser.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh no! And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he will find his man, Samuel. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Now Lance.
20. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind. No pointing fingers. No accusations. Because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Watch 15. Watch 15. Back 15.
Here's Lance to throw it.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Carlos Basham able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told.
Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to under pressure, and they got to him again. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, 49ers.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
They'll look to throw. That's caught. And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. So they go with a pass there on the two-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their two-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have two-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
49 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
2nd and 2.
Now a give coming right is Breida. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Allen now looks to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Allen now on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Stevenson. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
Throw left side complete. That's Stevenson.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play. And sometimes it can break big.
A beautiful fake. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle.
Partner, how he managed to get positive yardage out of that run, I have no idea. But a little juking, a little moving, got it done.
Got him 2 yards. On play action, Allen. He'll buy some time right. That one caught by Gibson.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Here's Allen to throw it. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And the 49ers are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that they have to punt the ball. They've done so with that first run.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. A carry here for Hunt. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there. Nice job there on the tackle, keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Lance now on 1st down.
James has got it. Complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Nice job. Nice patience right there. Put him on the right side. Let him work his way across. Put the ball in his hands and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10.
To the right side, this is Sermon.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
2nd and 12. And Lance now to throw. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Throwing now is Lance.
Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired. on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sailed. Over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They will look to flush the memory of that pick six as we now have a brand new tie ball game here in the fourth quarter. Getting down to the good stuff. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick six territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
To throw again on second down. Lance flushed out right. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play there on the catch and run.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 37-yard line.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in. A potential field goal, if you're thinking about that, almost 55 yards from here as they try to get closer on third down. Working from the gun, Lance. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to break our fourth quarter tie. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth. What a tough spot to miss a kick. Just an absolute letdown.
Look, they got themselves in the field goal range, gave them a chance to take the lead. They come up empty, and now you wonder, will their offense ever see the football again?
Yeah, because on the other side, one through the post, and this thing could be over. On first down, they'll start out with Singletary. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll punt it away for the second time. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. The drive starts with a carry by Sermon.
And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
Carlos Basham
Able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Lance.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. The defense did their job. Fourth quarter, big stand.
No doubt about it, because the offense has been yelling at him from the sideline. Just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free tie game. They're not behind. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. This is Breida on the draw. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. Stopped short of the 25. The second effort couldn't free him. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bills have broken the tie.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And they will take a 7-point lead.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. A big play there for the Niners.
Lance now on 1st down.
Rolling to his right. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
To throw again on 2nd down.
Lance
forced out to his left. He finds his man, complete. It's James. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Again, it's Lance sliding out of the pocket. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Partner, you got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. They'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Touchdown! Trey Sermon from 4 yards out. And the Niners are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. The extra point, a vital one, and he gets it to go. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Allen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Allen. It's a first down and more for Davis. And finally taken down at the 36-yard line.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
Here's Allen. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off for them.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Allen. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And this is not going to be what they needed. They get a few here, but now 3rd down as the clock runs. Now Allen. Steps away to his left. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he'll go out of bounds finally at the 7. A big gain there for the Bills. He had 1 touchdown earlier, nearly a 2nd one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
So all eyes now on Tyler Bass.
His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
This is taken just shy of the 10.
Down to the very end, they got the points late, right before the whistle.